Leo, let me ask you something. What if the universe isn't testing you anymore, but finally rewarding you? What if everything you've been through, the quiet battles, the setbacks, the sleepless nights, were simply preparing you for this exact moment? Welcome to Eternal Mindfulness. This isn't just a horoscope reading. It's a message encoded in the stars, timed perfectly for you, right here, on April 30th, 2025. If you're watching this right now, I want you to understand something very clearly. It is not a coincidence. The energy has shifted, and you're part of it. The good news you've been waiting for? It's on its way. The breakthrough you've earned? It's closer than you think. The love, the money, the clarity, it's not a distant dream anymore. It's coming. And Leo, it will happen on April 30th. You didn't stumble across this video by accident. You were led here. You were called. And that call may have come in the form of repeated angel numbers, 111, 333, or 777. It may have come as a strange dream, a wave of emotion, or a quiet whisper inside you that said, something big is about to happen. And it is. You see, Leo, you are the lion. You are the one who keeps showing up even when the fire dims. You carry a heart too big to be ignored. And now, after a long period of internal struggle, the universe is about to match your resilience with real results. But don't just listen, feel it. Take a deep breath. Let this message move through you. Because this reading will show you why the money you've prayed for is finally opening its path. Why the relationship you deserve is circling back to your orbit. Why your intuition has been louder lately, and how to follow it without fear. And before we go deeper, I want to take a moment to thank you, truly. Thank you for being here. Every like, every comment, every time you share this space with Eternal Mindfulness, you're not just supporting a channel. You're building a sanctuary. A digital soul circle. And from the bottom of my heart, I'm honored you chose to be part of it. So if you feel that stirring inside, if something deep within you recognizes this message, drop the angel number you've been seeing lately in the comments. Let the universe know you're listening. That you're ready. Because trust me, Leo, you'll want to stay until the very end. What's coming next isn't just a prediction. It's confirmation of everything your soul already knew. You may have noticed it lately, the number 77 flashing at random moments, on receipts, clocks, page numbers, or license plates. It's not an accident. In astrology, numbers carry vibration, and 77 resonates with awakening, realignment, and sacred acceleration. But more than that, it appears when your soul is remembering itself, not learning, not reaching, just remembering who you've always been beneath the layers of noise. Right now, Leo, you're standing at the quiet edge of a profound shift. The outer world may still look the same routines, same questions, same responsibilities, but internally, the terrain is changing. This shift isn't dramatic or loud. It unfolds like breath. Like seasons. And that's the invitation of 77, to slow down enough to witness it. Temperance, the guiding card in this moment, reminds you of something essential, that not every miracle is instantaneous. Some of the most powerful transformations are quiet, almost invisible, until one day you wake up and everything inside you has changed. your reactions, your boundaries, your clarity, your capacity to receive love without fear. And maybe most importantly, your ability to trust your own timing. Think of it this way: no fruit ripens faster just because we stare at it. The sun doesn't rise earlier because we will it to. The ocean doesn't calm at our demand. But it does respond to alignment, to rhythm, to trust. And that's the rhythm 77 asks of you now, not control, but co-creation. Not striving, but allowing. Not proving, but becoming. If you've been feeling a sense of restlessness, like you're outgrowing something but not sure what's next, know that it's valid. Often, we awaken not in thunder, but in tension. The discomfort is not a sign you're off track. It's confirmation you're moving closer to your truth. You're no longer compatible with what once kept you small. From a physical standpoint, this energy can be draining, especially if you've been operating at full speed for weeks or months. Your body, like your spirit, needs space to recalibrate. This is an ideal time to introduce gentle daily rituals to support nervous system healing. A simple 4-7-8 breathing practice each morning, 4 seconds inhale, 7 hold, 8 exhale, can help anchor your mind and reset your energy field. Consuming green, vibrant foods like spinach, cucumber, or steamed broccoli can raise your vibration more than any caffeine or quick fix ever could. Nature has always been the original healer. There's a quiet teaching often passed down between generations. When the student is ready, the path appears. But sometimes, the path is waiting for you to pause long enough to see it. To stop running. To start noticing. That's what 77 does. It turns the volume down on the external world so you can hear the whisper that was always inside you. This isn't about manifesting something fast. It's about preparing your inner world to receive something lasting. You don't need to chase success anymore. In fact, the more deeply you rest into your authentic energy, the more naturally the right people, ideas, and resources begin flowing to you, drawn not by force, but by resonance. And maybe, just maybe, this is what success truly is. Not the pursuit of more, but the return to enough. The realization that what you've been searching for, is now searching for you. Even the strongest hearts, the fiercest spirits, have moments when the weight of uncertainty feels almost too much to bear. If lately you've found yourself battling waves of anxiety, caught between the urge to act and the instinct to retreat, know this: you are not broken. You are simply shedding the old skin of fear. And angel number 33, appearing around you now, serves as a soft but steady reminder that you are so much stronger than any storm you're facing. Anxiety, in its essence, is often a ghost from old chapters, fragments of past disappointments or fears whispering to you in moments of vulnerability. But it is not your identity. It is not your future. It is merely energy that has outstayed its welcome, asking to be seen, thanked, and released. This is where the medicine of connection comes into your journey. The appearance of the Two of Cups in your reading is not by chance. It signals that you are being guided toward relationships, partnerships, and soul connections that resonate with your authentic frequency, the one you sometimes forget you hold when life gets noisy. True connection is not found through perfection. It is not about having all the answers or always being strong. It is born in those tender spaces where you allow yourself to be seen, even when you are trembling. This is the quiet power 33 brings, the reminder that your vulnerability is not your weakness. It is your bridge to genuine union, with others, and with yourself. Yet alongside connection, there is also healing. The Nine of Wands emerges like an old guardian, worn but wise, urging you to honor the battles you've already survived. It reminds you that walls built out of past pain can protect, but they can also isolate if left too long. This moment invites you to gently lower your armor, not recklessly, but consciously, choosing who and what is safe enough to let in. Choosing softness as a strength, not a liability. Practicing deep presence is the first key to calming these ancient echoes of anxiety. A simple 5-minute white light meditation each evening can work wonders, envisioning pure, healing light enveloping your body, washing away all tension, restoring your spirit to its natural brilliance. Movement is another portal to release. Gentle yoga stretches or an early morning walk can do more than tone your muscles. They recalibrate your energy, freeing your system from the stagnation that worry often creates. Breath and motion remind your nervous system that it is safe to relax, to expand, to hope again. There is also a wisdom in what you feed yourself, not only energetically but physically. Introducing omega-3 rich foods like salmon or chia seeds can have a profound effect on emotional equilibrium. The body and mind are not separate, nurturing one inevitably nourishes the other. Every small choice, each meal, each breath, each moment you choose presence over panic, is a quiet revolution against the cycle of fear. In ancient teachings, it is said that suffering begins not with pain itself, but with our resistance to it. When we lean into discomfort with compassion rather than judgment, it begins to transform. Anxiety, then, becomes less of a prison and more of a messenger, a signal that your heart is ready to expand beyond its old confines. So if you find yourself in those restless nights, staring at the ceiling, questioning your strength, remember this: you are not being tested. You are being refined. Every tremor, every uncertainty, every breath you push through is building something unbreakable within you. Not a fortress to hide in, but a foundation to rise from. And perhaps the most beautiful truth of all is this: even now, even in your moments of doubt, you are already enough. You always have been. Sometimes, what feels like the past calling us back is really the future inviting us forward, asking if we are willing to honor where we have been without becoming trapped by it. When the energy of the Six of Cups rises in a reading, it often stirs tender memories, people we loved, dreams we once chased, pieces of ourselves we thought we had lost. But its deeper message is not to entangle you in nostalgia. It is to offer healing, a reminder that the past is a garden you can visit for wisdom, but not a place you were ever meant to stay. Memories are sacred, but they are not anchors. They are not obligations to a version of yourself that no longer fits. And right now, life is standing quietly at your side, opening a new doorway. It doesn't ask you to reject what once was, it only asks you to loosen your grip enough to move freely again. The appearance of the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Cups together is a rare and powerful alignment. One hand invites you to release, the other offers you something new to hold. In truth, this is the dance of growth itself. You cannot walk into a new landscape if your arms are burdened with yesterday's weight. And what waits for you now, just beyond this letting go, is not emptiness. It is renewal, a love that meets you at your evolved vibration, a financial opportunity that matches your expanded self-worth, a life more aligned with who you have become, not who you once were. This transition doesn't require grand gestures. It begins in small, sacred acts of self-honoring. You might start by journaling the simple but powerful intentions, I release. And I welcome, giving yourself permission to name what is leaving and bless what is arriving. Energy follows attention. When you name your willingness to let go, you create space for life to rush in with new blessings. Creating a small ritual, like writing down what you are releasing and burning it carefully in the soft glow of a white candle, is another way to honor this crossing. The flame represents transformation, not destruction. It reminds us that nothing truly leaves, it simply changes form, just as you are now. In ancient wisdom traditions, it is understood that clinging creates suffering, not because love or memories are wrong, but because life is by nature fluid. Like rivers, we are meant to move, to flow, to reshape ourselves again and again in response to the evolving landscape of our lives. To resist this movement is to dam our own energy, to allow it is to return to our natural state of joy. Choosing to wear colors like soft peach or light coral during this time can help activate creative joy and emotional warmth within you. These colors stimulate the sacral center, the energetic space of new creation, pleasure, and trust in life's goodness. It's a simple choice, but sometimes simple things are the most powerful, quietly aligning your inner frequency with the expansive new chapter opening before you. You don't have to know all the steps yet. You don't have to see the full path to take the first one. Trust that the heart-led decision to release is already enough. Trust that the act of setting something down is the beginning of carrying something better. After all, the universe never takes from you without giving you something greater in return, not as punishment, but as preparation. And this new door you are about to walk through? It was carved just for you. There comes a point on the journey where no amount of external advice, no collection of signs, no validation from others can outweigh the quiet authority of your own inner voice. When the high priestess rises in a reading, she does not scream for attention, she sits in stillness, knowing that real wisdom never demands, it simply is. Right now, you are being asked to trust that the compass you are seeking has already been placed inside you. Not in theory, not in some distant future, but now, fully accessible, waiting for your attention. After releasing the weights of old attachments, the path ahead may not immediately be illuminated in bright, unmistakable lights. Often, it unfolds in subtle whispers, a gentle nudge to turn left instead of right, an unexpected pull toward a new idea, a sudden sense of ease when thinking about a particular choice. These are not coincidences. They are the language of your intuition, a conversation that becomes clearer each time you choose to listen rather than doubt. Tuning into this guidance isn't about dramatic rituals or grand declarations. It's about small, daily choices to return to your center. A simple meditation focused on activating the sixth energy center, the third eye, can help sharpen your perception beyond the obvious. Even 5 minutes of visualizing a soft indigo light at the center of your forehead, breathing deeply into that space, can open a doorway to wisdom that logic alone cannot reach. Another profound but gentle practice is simply pausing each day to ask yourself, without judgment or expectation, if I loved myself completely, what would I choose right now? This question cuts through noise and confusion like few others can. It pulls you back to your highest alignment, your true north. It reminds you that decisions made from love for yourself, for your future, for your worth, are decisions that lead to expansion, not contraction. The ancient teachings often illustrate that true clarity doesn't arise from accumulating more information. It comes from quieting enough to recognize what has always been true. In the same way that muddy water settles when left undisturbed, your path becomes clearer when you allow your mind to soften, to settle, to trust. Certainty is not something you chase, it is something you remember. Numerology offers another quiet confirmation here. The number 2 whispers of balance and choice, an invitation to act from a place of harmony rather than haste. Meanwhile, the number 6 speaks of love, family, and inner peace, energies that naturally flow toward you when your decisions are made with compassion and trust. If you notice these numbers appearing around you, know that they are affirming your alignment, gently steering you toward choices that nourish rather than deplete. It's easy to believe that only the bold, the obvious, the loud shifts are the ones that matter. But in truth, the most powerful transformations often happen in the invisible spaces, in the moment you choose to believe your gut feeling over your fears, in the quiet nod you give yourself when you know you're on the right track, even if no one else sees it yet. These invisible victories accumulate. They gather strength. They shape a life rooted not in reaction, but in true knowing. So when the path ahead feels blurred, when certainty feels just out of reach, pause. Breathe. Listen not with your ears, but with your heart. The answers have never been lost, they have only been waiting for you to trust yourself enough to hear them. There's a quiet beauty in realizing that all the battles you fought, the silent struggles you carried, and the moments you thought no one noticed have not been in vain. When the 6 of Wands rises, it is not just a card of achievement, it is a sacred mirror, reflecting back to you everything you dared to believe in when the world gave you reasons to doubt. You, Leo, have crossed a threshold. And what is rushing toward you now is not luck, but recognition, the natural reward of endurance, courage, and unwavering faith in your own light. Victory, in its purest form, is not loud or boastful. It is steady, dignified, a quiet unfolding of the truth that has always lived inside you. Success is not the absence of failure, it is the willingness to rise again and again, each time stronger, each time clearer about who you are. If you have stumbled, and surely you have, as all warriors do, let it be a badge of honor, not a source of shame. True masters are not those who have never fallen, but those who have learned to dance even with bruises. In many wisdom traditions, it is taught that fear of change is the greatest illusion. Holding on to what no longer fits does not protect you, it merely delays the arrival of what could transform you. Growth demands release. It demands that you allow yourself to become new, again and again, like a tree shedding leaves for the promise of new bloom. If life is calling you to shift, to stretch beyond your comfort, trust that it is not to punish you but to make space for greater joy, greater abundance, greater alignment. This is also a time to nurture your vessel, the body that has carried you through this journey, with practical, loving choices. Supporting your nervous system with vitamin B-rich foods such as leafy greens, almonds, and whole grains can fortify your resilience from the inside out. Your physical well-being is not separate from your energetic strength, they are intertwined, and both deserve your care. Similarly, aligning your external world with the frequency of abundance requires mindful stewardship. Committing to simple financial practices, like setting aside 10% of your income toward future growth, sends a powerful signal to the universe, and to yourself, that you are preparing to receive even more. It is not about restriction, it is about creating a container strong enough to hold the blessings flowing your way. Wearing or surrounding yourself with the color gold at this time can also amplify your vibration of victory. Gold is not just a color of wealth, it is the color of the sun, of life itself, of the divine recognition that your spirit was always meant to shine without apology. Let gold be your reminder that you are stepping into a season where visibility, acknowledgement, and reward are not only available to you, they are inevitable, because you have earned them. And yet, the greatest reward is not the applause or the external markers of success. It is the quiet certainty now growing within you, that no matter what happens, you can trust yourself to meet life fully. That you are strong enough to begin again if needed. That your worth was never tied to a single outcome, but woven into your very existence. So take your victory with grace. Walk forward with your head high, not because you are better than others, but because you finally understand you were never less. Everything you need is already within you. Everything you dreamed of is already reaching for you. And the future waiting just beyond this moment is brighter than anything you have yet imagined, because now, finally, you are ready to claim it. Leo, never forget, you were born to shine. The universe didn't send you here to hide your light or to seek permission. You came here to illuminate paths, to warm hearts, to lead not by force but by presence. Every breath you take, every step you move forward, even on the days when progress feels invisible, all of it is shaping a future more magnificent than you can yet see. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are the miracle. And the moment you choose to believe that, truly believe it, the entire universe rearranges itself to reflect that knowing back to you. Every challenge you faced, every quiet moment of resilience, every tear shed in silence was never a detour. It was the sculpting of the warrior, the artist, the creator that you are now becoming. Today, you stand at a threshold. Behind you lies all the proof you need that you can survive anything. Ahead of you is the invitation to do more than survive, to thrive, to expand, to dance with life rather than brace against it. The signs, the messages, the synchronicities you've been seeing are not random. They are the language of the universe telling you, it's your time. If your heart feels even a small spark of recognition after everything we explored today, a stirring, a warmth, a subtle but undeniable, yes, whispering inside, don't ignore it. That is the real you calling yourself forward. That is your future self, already standing in victory, reaching back to say, keep going. You're closer than you think. So, I invite you, right now, to pause, breathe, and ask yourself, if I fully trusted my own light, what is one small step I would take today? Not a giant leap. Not a perfect plan. Just one step that says, I believe in myself enough to try. Because the truth is, transformation is not a single, earth-shaking moment. It's the series of small, brave choices you make when no one else is watching. And now, I would love for you to share your energy with this space. Drop a comment below with the angel number you've been seeing, or the number that resonates with you most deeply right now. Claim it. Name it. When you write it down, you are planting a seed in the field of possibility, and trust me, seeds planted in moments of faith grow stronger than any others. If today's message touched something real inside you, if you feel the call to step into your brightest life, I warmly invite you to like this video, subscribe to Eternal Mindfulness, and turn on notifications so we can continue to walk this path together. Every like, every comment, every subscription helps this circle of light grow stronger, and I am deeply grateful you are part of it. Leo, your journey is just beginning. The gates of abundance, of love, of victory, are swinging wide open. The only thing left is for you to walk through with your heart lifted high and your soul unapologetically radiant. You are the light. You are the power. And you are becoming everything you were always meant to be, unstoppable, unshakable, and unbelievably alive. And I cannot wait to see you thrive.